The character of Rani, played by Alia Bhatt in Karan Johar's new film Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani, along with Ranveer Singh, is one of the most controversial female lead actresses in Bollywood. And right from the first scene, she showcases how she can be a show spoiler, in spite of being an anchor in one of the leading TV channels of her time. Rani berates a politician and named as Pradhan, and she insults him for referring to women as mitai ki tokri. And from then onwards, the way in which she pokes fun at Ranveer Singh because of his lack of class, because of his lack of education, and yet she finds him to be irresistibly attractive, and that shows the contradiction in Rani's character. And then Rani goes on to do things which have never been done before in Bollywood. At the dining table, she discusses how her colleague Shomen, whom her mother wants her to get married to, is not very good in bed, and then she goes on and flirts with Rocky. She even stares and ogles at his plunging chest line and his low shirt. And then, of course, she encourages her granny, played by Shabana Azmi, the character of Jamini, to flirt with Rocky's grandfather, played by Dharmendra. And then there are a lot of songs galore where she wears one of the skimpiest sleeveless blouses that you can ever think of, and yet Rani looks $1 million, and yet she's a show spoiler because somewhere down the line it is not palatable for Indian audiences to consider all this along with her other indiscretions. And then Rani moves on from one error to the other. She tries to live in Rocky's family without getting married, and this causes a lot of uh, upset, like hurt and anguish to Rocky's grandmother Jaya Baduri, as well as her father. And Jaya Baduri even mentions the character of Dhanlakshmi, played by Jaya Bachchan, actually mentions that it is unbecoming of a single girl to stay in her in-laws' place without getting married. And then onwards, Rani does a lot of other controversial things, like replacing the women in an age-old ad by the men in the kitchen making laddus, which is quite indigestible. And then, of course, Rani goes to the ultimate step, where she pushes her father-in-law while he's having an altercation or face-off with Rocky or Ranveer Singh, and then she expects support from everyone. And when nothing is coming, she insults each of them, whether it is her father, who he's a Kathak dancer, and she even calls her uh, granny Shabana Azmi a cheat. And while doing all this, it is Rani who really causes a lot of hurt and anguish. She pretends to be a feminist, liberated woman, but ends up being making a lot of mistakes. And this is something which family audiences will not digest. The character of Rani is seriously very error prone, and somewhere down the line, after Shabana Azmi's confession that she had had a 7 day fling with Dharmendra, it appears as if Dharmendra is the grandfather of both Rocky and Rani. And even when she learns this, she has no qualms about going ahead with her romance with Ranveer Singh, even though technically they are supposed to be first cousins or brother and sister. And this is something which makes Rani one of the most controversial characters in Bollywood. And of course, she has been played brilliantly by Alia, but a lot of nuances of the character are flawed. and something which Indian family audiences will not digest. It is to be seen whether audiences will accept this, and that depends on the box office performance of the film.